First ever Rift Valley podcast, Julian.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
There's your little test guinea pig over here. I don't mind.
So you've been recording with your band during the week?
Oh, straight into it, are we?
Yeah.
No introductions, no nothing.
No.
Not nothing like I'm Brenton Carmichael and
Nah.
yeah, no.
They know who I am.
Yeah, all 6 people that are listening to this. Yeah, no. We were tracking some drums this week for the EP. Hang on, I'll just fix this thing up. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, we're tracking drums.
Despite Eviction?
Despite Eviction's the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the band. We're sort of. I don't know what you've seen us live. What would you call us?
I think I'd class you as a modern rock 90s band.
Look, I'm not going to say that's the worst comparison we've ever been given. Someone said we sounded like Green Day crossed with Metallica.
Oh, fuck, I hate Green Day. And you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of Metallica either.
No, I think people don't like Metallica because people don't like Lars Ulrich. I honestly think
who's Lars
the
Ulrich?
drummer.
Ah,
The
right.
guy that took Napster to court.
Napster is
Napster.
in Napster?
The guy from. Have you seen the Facebook movie?
The Social
That
Network.
Sean
Yeah,
Parker
yeah.
bloke. Yeah, he started Napster.
Drop the. Just
It's
face.
just that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, just not as cool as Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake is cool.
Like he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. He can dance like a duck on a fucking hot plate. Yeah, so we were tracking drums this week. We did it about 2.5 weeks ago. I think we started. And you know, as with everything, nothing's ever easy. I broke one of my main cymbal the day before. I cracked it the day before we did recording, so I had to use a smaller one. Anyway, cool story. We're doing that with a friend of ours, Jeff. Can we talk about people?
We can talk about people.
We're doing that with Jeff.
Yep.
Hi Jeff, if you're listening. Yeah, down at CRT, so that's going pretty well. I'm feeling a lot of pressure from it, but we're doing 5 tracks. I got 3 done last night. I was only expecting to do 1, so I had a fair bit of.
Which 5 songs are you doing?
For anyone that's ever been to all 4 of our shows this year, we're doing Refused, You Bring Me Down, Goodbye, Right Now, which is one of the new ones. We've written 3 new ones in the last couple of weeks. And we're doing Hit and Run as well, which is a Fate Motion favourite.
Shout out to Lyndon, hey?
Yeah, and everyone else that knows that one, yeah. So that'll be good. But yeah, drums is I'm not going to say it's the hardest part because I'm a drummer, but I honestly think it's one of the hardest parts of doing it because more than anything, drums are notoriously difficult to record. Like they're just one of those instruments that's really finicky. That you plug a guitar straight into an amp or a mixing desk, and you got no problems. It's just getting the right tone from there. But like if one of your mics is off, you know, on your drums by like a centimeter or so, it can change the entire sound of it. And you know, there's only so much you can do with the mix down and the tuning of it. So that's why it's difficult. But yeah, it's going well.
Do you listen to it as you record?
Like, do I go and listen to them after I'll do a take and do I go
Do you have
and
a
listen to
headset on? And...
Yeah, so how it works is, and I'm not like some super pro musician or whatever, but anyway, how we do it is, my guitarist, or one of the 3, we'll figure out what tempo we want it at, so like the BPM, and then they'll have a click track, and they'll plug the guitar into the desk, and they'll run the click track at, I think Refused was, for instance, 162 BPM, so they'll run the click track at that, and then they'll play the song to their click track to keep themselves in time, and then they finish that, and then they play, for me, they play both of them. They play the click track and the guide track. So it's kind of scratchy, I guess. And yeah, so I play to that, so I've got the click track to keep me in time, and the guide track just keeps me up to date with where I am in the song. Yeah.
Right.
So and then you lay bass on top of that, and guitars, and then you do vocals last, and then.
Is this the first recording you've ever done personally?
No, we actually did a 4-track about 3 months ago, through another person we know, but it didn't turn out as how we wanted. It didn't sound really bad, but it just wasn't how we wanted it, and it was too slow as well. Because we sort of rushed it. So, but it's all experience, really.
Of course.
You know, when you first start, I find it's really good because when you first start doing this stuff, even at the amateur level we're at, if you've got a little bit of experience or you know what it's like, then it makes it a lot easier. Rather than just going, oh yeah, let's just do this and record, and then you go, oh fuck, it sounds shit.
It's handy someone having a friend who is doing a diploma.
Yeah, no, it's thanks, Jeff. It's really handy knowing someone that's in their final year of that at CRT and needs a 5-track to present for their final assessment. So that actually turned out really well for us. So he gets that, and we get the 5-track. So hopefully we'll have that done before about November. It's going to be done by at the latest.
Right.
That's his deadline. So we want to have it done by September.
Right.
But we're not rushing it.
What shows you got coming up?
We're doing a show in a fortnight from today, actually, at the basement. That's August 7th. I don't know if this will be out by then. Oh well. If we've gone ahead in the future, it's like, you know, by the time this comes out, it's like August 15th. We've gone ahead in time, so it was actually last week and everyone missed it. Yeah, we're just playing in the basement. There's a local band called Tundril. They're doing an EP launch. Oh, an album. I think they're doing an album launch. So
what's their deal?
I don't know actually. They don't really know. We only sort of know them through the basement.
Right.
But
Camera Boys?
yeah, they're a bit older than us. And they saw us play I don't know if you remember the Voyager show.
Right.
We supported Voyager.
Yep.
When they came to Canberra, and that was sort of our audition. I guess you could call it. I don't know. You can see me shrugging over here. I keep thinking that no one can see me. Yeah. So they asked us to come and play after that.
Right.
Because we just quietly pulled a bigger crowd than the headliner. By about 2 times.
Fuck you, Voyager. no, I don't. We shouldn't say that about Voyager.
No, we shouldn't say that about Voyager. No, they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
They were really good. They watched us play.
Yeah.
You know, they don't seem. They're not my kind of music at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not in any way, shape, or form. But
I didn't hang around. I come and see the Spider Vision. Went home.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot of days. I don't know why. It's just like all of our friends turn up, watch us play, and then leave again.
I believe it's important to support small local bands.
That's right. That's why we like to hang around. Like if we're playing first, second, or third, or whatever, we'll generally we'll be there since before the first band goes on, and we'll generally stay till sort of the last few bands are finishing up and stuff like that. So just because if they turn up to watch you play, then you hang around and watch them play.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
It's respectful.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You don't want to be known as that band that like turns up, plays a set, and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Like unless circumstances pending. Like if you go, oh, we've all got shit to do, and this is just a whatever show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's sort of where we're at the moment.
Right.
Super exciting news.
Yeah.
Local band with no following. Here's the news for us.
That is a ridiculous thing to say. That is so rude to say to yourself. When I've been every gig I've been to, you guys, you've pulled bigger crowds than the headliner. Every single gig.
Yeah, even for the show where we kind of were the headliner, we had the biggest crowd. So I just put it down to having a lot of really, really awesome friends that are really supportive. Like there's a lot of my friends that they don't like our kind of music at all, but they come along anyway to support us, which is just awesome. It's really nice of them.
So I've heard on the grapevine somewhere, correct?
This won't be good.
On the camera Bushmail.
That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, there's no actual official mail service for Canberra. It's just like carrier pigeons.
Yes, like camera drivers.
Not even you you want to send mail to someone, you just send like 3 other people you know a Facebook message, and they'll get it eventually.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I've heard somewhere along the lines that there may have been emails sent to a certain band headlining.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that.
Okay, alright.
Because we're not sure about it yet either. We still haven't heard anything.
Okay, right.
We're confident.
Let me just say that to everyone listening out there, Despite Eviction may be getting a really big boost very soon, but it can't be spoken about.
No,
but,
and we're not.
But
sure.
as soon as
Oh, we've done something. There we go.
As soon as it's announced, if it's announced, I'll promote it on the podcast.
My man. Thank
Right?
you. We're going to need promotion everywhere for that. That's one of the things where we're not sure if we can pull a bigger crowd than that. Oh, you know, so that would be good.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah.
cool. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the band. It's going really well though. We just want to play shows.
Yeah.
We've had so much time off. We haven't played a show since was it April or May? No, we did a month.
No, you did a show in June.
No,
Voyager was June, wasn't it?
No, Voyager was May.
Was it?
Yeah.
And you did one after that.
No, that was it.
That
Because I
was
thought I was
the
going to be in hospital.
Right, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So,
Yes, that's right. Because you were supposed to do Aubrey.
yeah, well, it was on the cards, and that got cancelled anyway.
Mhm.
So I was lucky that we didn't make plans for it.
Yep.
And then we got asked to play a couple of shows in July and another one on my birthday next weekend. But we
Right.
had to turn them down because we were like, I thought I was going to be in hospital. Or
That's right.
in
I
recovery.
only come to your birthday party next week.
Podcast worthy. Local man turns 25. Has small gathering with friends.
Oh, you make me feel so old.
No, yeah, it's weird. It's not really that significant of an age, but everyone said to me, "Oh, what are you doing for your birthday?" And I said nothing,
Mhm.
because it got to the point where I couldn't it was late enough in the game where I just well, I'm not going to bother organising anything because no one's going to turn up, because everyone's going to have shit on. And then someone said to me, "Oh, you're turning 25." I'm like, "And?" He said, "You're going to do something." I'm like, "Is it because it's a base 10 square number, or it's a base 5 number, or is that a significant thing? Like, 30s, 20s a thing, and I don't know why 18's a thing. That's pretty silly. Oh, I suppose that's because when you can drink,
Yeah.
because all of us only waited till we're 18. Imagine that. Imagine if you didn't drink till you were 18. You didn't have a drop, not even a bit of your mum's wine at dinner when you were a kid.
I do know people like that, Julie. I know. In fact, I know this one guy, and I won't mention any names, but he didn't drink a drop till he was about 22, and then he met his wife. They obviously weren't married at the time, and next time I seen him was about 18 months later. I didn't see him for a long time. I'm like, "Tim, how you going? You still off the booze?" He's like,
I'm not going to say who he is, but Tim, how you going? Hi, Tim.
Anyway, we'll just that was a fuck up.
We might have to edit that part out.
Yeah, no, this is all streaming.
Oh, okay.
But
Streaming?
no, actually no, it's not streaming. I haven't got worked out how to do that yet.
You'll get. That's like I said. This is the guinea pig run.
Yeah, when I get an assistant, I'll get an.
You're gonna get an assistant.
Of course.
Oh, cool. Well, I hate my job, so you're hiring? I work for $5 an hour. No, I don't actually hate my job. But imagine that. Like the first time you got hammered, you were like what, 13, 14, like the rest of us.
16, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that in Narendra?
No, Bateman's Bay, I think.
Oh fuck.
I can't remember though. Can't remember the first time we got drunk. I think I got stoned before I ever got drunk.
That is Bateman's Bay.
It's a Bateman's Bay thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're 14, better get back.
I think the first lesson I ever learned at Bay High was how to make an apple out, how to make a bomb.
Coming out of an apple, yeah.
No, out of homemade appliances. You know.
Like a fucking kettle or something. You just go around like a lampshade, and then like a. I'm looking at your kitchen, all I can see is the kettle.
More like a tin foil, rubber band, hose,
Right, yeah.
bottle, lighter.
Yeah. So some friends of mine, like family friends, even though no one in my family knows them, I guess I'm their family friend. They had some hose outside their house, and they kept getting cut. Like people would come along and cut their hose, but right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like an asshole. Like,
don't even bother to
no,
take
if you're gonna come and like cut someone's hose for a billy, like at least cut it at the end, like have a bit of common decency. So anyway, he got the shits with it one time, and he went and bought a new hose, and he left it was probably 3 or 4 meters length of hose wrapped around the hose, like on the tap, and he noticed over a period of about 4 months. It just kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter until it just disappeared one day. It was about like sort of that long, about what's that, 10 inches long, and it just vanished.
It amazes me. How much does it cost to drive down to Bunnings and buy a hose?
Or you can just not smoke weed. Like that's a great alternative.
That is a great alternative. I agree. I mean, I'm not here to judge people's vices. If they want to smoke weed.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But yeah, no.
That was how you did it in Bateman's Bay, was it?
Yes. Yeah.
That was your introduction to the real world.
Yeah, that was year 8.
Suck on this. Take that however you want.
Yeah. So right.
Yeah. So who have you got coming up besides me on the podcast?
People.
Oh, it's secret.
Well, the thing is that I've got people lined up.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they said, yeah, like I'll go and have lunch with them and coffee or call them up or message them and say, come on my podcast. And I was like, yeah, no worries, I'll come on your podcast. Whether they do or not,
different story.
Yeah, we'll see when they're sitting here.
That's it.
But I'm hopeful. I'm hoping to get a couple of big guests. I have a friend in the United States at the moment, and he will come on my show. Yeah, so
very good.
Yeah. So oh, did you hear Bring Me the Horizon?
How did I know that'd come up?
Brought out a new song today, Julie.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
Really?
Yeah. No, not a fan of it at all.
What was that?
It sounds shit. Look, it's my opinion. Fair enough. I don't know. I don't like the direction they're heading in. They're going to a stadium rock. It's like stadium rock band. It's basically like they're trying to be Coldplay.
Right.
I mean, the singer knows how to sing clean and stuff now, and good on him. But I don't know.
Knows how to sing clean with auto-tune?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He uses flat out auto-tune. I don't know. Maybe it's just for an effect.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, to add to the flavour of the song. But that's terrible.
Right.
Like that is absolutely shocking to go from like Suicide Season, like really sort of heavy metalcore, to that in 2 albums. Not even like they're one after that. There's the hell that was flat out metalcore as well. Like sort of bordering technical hardcore, I guess. I don't know. There's a million ways to look at it, but going from that in just the stretch of one album, like that's just like if Metallica, Metallica even did that. They did an album with Lou Reed.
What album was that?
It's called Lulu.
Right.
Lulu? Yeah, it's called Lulu. It's just like a jazz album.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Metallica at all.
Why would you?
Exactly. Especially when I can put on some day to remember, man.
Just all the bands we like are just getting tossed at the whole show. Oh dear.
Tell me a story, Julian.
Alright, I'll tell you a story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think of something now. You just put me on the spot. I got nothing. There's a couple of stories I want to tell, but I don't know if they're appropriate.
It's fine.
Alright.
I'm gonna have the explicit tag.
So, I'm gonna laugh if he hears this. A guy I work with walked in work one day, and he said, I said to him, tell me a story. And he told me this story about when he was like a kid. I think it was him. He was a kid, and he went to a friend's house for like a birthday party or something, and they had this bird, and
Like cheap?
yeah, like a bird, yeah, like a budgery or a budgerigar or like I think it was like a cockatoo. It was like a parrot. It was a parrot, I'm pretty sure. So it was the parrot's birthday or something like that, and he wanted to surprise the parrot. So the kid put a band-aid over the parrot's head so it couldn't see, and they all ran into the room and apparently yelled surprise and stuff for the bird and everything. And apparently they've pulled the band-aid off the parrot's head and it's pulled both of its eyeballs clean out of their sockets.
What the fuck, Julian? Are you serious?
This is what he told me.
Oh
no, we've
shit.
broken it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't
Holy
expecting
shit.
that. I was expecting the bird was going to have a heart attack and fall over dead or if something was going to be dead or something, but I wasn't expecting that.
Was this story just shock factor or?
Fuck, I don't know. If it was, it's a great story for it. And he told it so well. You know, he just rolled straight off his tongue and yeah. Apparently they just there's like a whole bunch of little kids just sitting there watching a bird with no eyes flop around and scream its last breath, and then die.
You just killed my podcast.
We probably should have written down a list of shit to talk about.
It's fine. It's fine. When all else fails, we'll just talk about religion.
Oh, that's a tough one. You're just trying to wind me up, aren't you?
Did you just look at your phone on my podcast?
I did. I've done it like 3 times.
How rude.
I pressed the button. I just want to know what time it is.
Right.
And the thing kept sending me an app, so I closed it. It's not on wobbles. It won't vibrate. I was thinking about that. I was like, if my phone vibrates during this podcast, Brendan's going to jump over this table and beat me.
So my microphone's got shock mounts.
It's got shock mounts.
Yeah, look.
So you spent a fair bit on this kid, eh? You're pretty good looking kid. I thought we'd just be sitting around a fucking table.
A phone.
Yeah. Just like we did on the way back from Sydney. Just.
So what's plans for the weekend?
Well, I wasn't expecting to be doing this tonight, so I'm doing this, and then I've got a friend with having a bonfire. That's about it, really. What about you? That's stuff people want to hear. What I'm doing on the weekend.
Nothing actually. I was supposed to go to dinner tonight, but I cancelled that. And then nothing tomorrow, and then I'll work Sunday.
Oh, that must suck having to go to work on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday to Thursday, man.
Especially at 3 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Like that, I cannot think of anything worse.
Yeah, it's painful.
Well, actually, getting kicked in the nuts would be pretty bad too.
Yeah, on a weekly basis though, or just once.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Because if someone was to say to me, "I'm gonna kick you really fucking hard in the nuts once," like it's gonna fucking hurt, or you can start work at 3 a.m. every Sunday for the rest of your life.
Oh, you'd just man up and do it, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you?
You'd just have the ice pack in one hand and just stand there and say, "Take me now." Say, don't fuck around, just do it. Don't hesitate. And you'd hope that they pick up on that. And as you're saying the words "don't hesitate," they rock back and just boot you straight in the balls. As it just takes, you're not waiting for it. You're not sitting there going, "Oh, "All right, do it." Fuck. You know what I mean?
Did you follow any of the stuff that come out during the week about? It was the 46th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, during the week, yeah.
Apollo, that was the one that they made it, didn't they?
That was the one that went to the
What was the
moon.
one with Tom Hanks? That was Apollo
13, yeah, that's the one. Did they die in that? I never watched the end of that.
No, it's because it's about 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's massively long.
Yeah, but it's, I think from memory, I could be wrong, but I think there's so much suspense throughout the whole thing, you get like tired
and
out.
go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't handle any more of this suspense.
Yeah.
You know? Like, Sigourney Weaver or whoever it is, and that fucking alien could crash through the ship, and you'd be like, oh, by the end of it. I think they survive.
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm getting, I think I'm getting confused. Have you seen Space Cowboys?
No.
It's like Clint Eastwood and, what's his name? The cranky bloke from Men in Black.
Don't
The
know.
old guy.
No, I don't know.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I've seen it.
They're spacemen. And they go to the moon.
I've seen a really messed up one. Chris Sarah put me onto it. I think it's called Moon, and it's based on this guy who's living on the moon, and he's living in like I don't know, this thing, and every 3 years he thinks he's gonna get to go home.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, by the way, he thinks he's gonna get to go home, and what they do is they've just put this to save money. They just clone this guy, and they've put hundreds of his clones into cryogenic freezers, I believe, and every 3 years they kill him because he thinks he's going to get to go home. They kill him, and they bring another guy out and tell him that he's just landed and he has to do 3 years and then he gets to go home. Then he watches the same video of his kids and has the same memories in his head. And yeah, it's a really fucked up movie, man. It's a really
sounds brutal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, in the one, he works it out and. I don't remember the end. I don't want to spoil it anyway. He works out that they're going to kill him, and there's all these clones of him, and they're just videos of his family. And
But he just goes to war with him on the moon.
What's that?
He's just one man. One
Yeah,
man
that's
war
right.
with him on the moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw that Jurassic World.
I haven't seen it yet. How was it?
I didn't like it.
Right.
Okay, that's the wrong thing to say. I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
I felt that it was trying to be the Sam Neill one too hard, way too hard. You know the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just trying to be that.
Right.
But like it was cool. Like obviously 3D graphics are a lot better.
Yeah.
Or CGI, whatever you call it. That's heaps better now.
See, I think CGI has got to the point now where it's good enough. Like it can get better, yes, but it's good enough, and it's got to the point where CGI doesn't make a movie anymore. You actually have to have a storyline.
Is that because we've had so many movies come out in the last 10 years that have just like brutally over the top CGI effects? Like,
no, I think
that's how I look at it.
That, and I think that the CGI used to be massive, and there used to be like 30 different shots per minute, and it used to be move in the action shots.
Like The Matrix.
Yeah, or Terminator's another good one. Not Terminator. What's the one? Transformers.
That's the one.
Transformers. But now I think you don't get away with that anymore because everyone's up to the same level with CGI.
It's not a new and cool thing.
That's right.
Well, it hasn't been for a long time.
That's right.
Like in the last sort of 10 or 15 years, they have made like pretty significant advancements.
Absolutely.
With CGI.
Absolutely, and even worst case scenario, it's still going to look pretty good.
Like cheap, shitty CGI is better than like high quality
That's right,
production CGI 10, 15 years ago.
That's right. Yeah.
Like you said, the Terminator, for instance.
Yeah.
Like that was some pretty advanced. Like James Cameron, obviously, so there's a lot of money getting thrown at it.
Yeah.
And it was a sequel to the Terminator, but yeah, like that had some like really state of the art CGI. Like the whole liquid metal guy, and like Arnie shoots him with a shotgun, and he reforms and then turns into Joe Morton again, and I think it was Joe Morton. The guy that played him, anyway. You know how like they swap between the CGI version of him and the actor.
Yeah.
Like you could still tell where it was actor and where it was CGI, but like it looked a lot more realistic than.
Have you seen a good example of okay CGI with a bad plot line? Have you seen the Jack Black film? The Jack Black version of is it? Well, the one with the gorilla.
Oh, King Kong.
Yeah. Have you
No,
seen
I haven't
that?
seen it.
Dude, it is the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's a big call.
Dude, yeah, the storyline is horrible. It is so bad. I was watching it a few weeks ago.
Isn't it just a 3-hour just epic?
It's just it's a 3 hour of. It seems like they've got a 10-year-old kid to write a what's next storyline. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like
they just took it to a school.
Yeah.
And like kid one writes the first part.
Yeah.
And the next kid writes the next
Yeah,
part.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they don't see what the other kid before them's written.
Or even the one kid's written it and they just haven't properly looped the movie. You know what I mean? Like there was you taught me about is it Schrodinger's gun?
Oh, it's Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun. There's with Chekhov's gun, right? The theory is that you have something in a movie, and if you see something in a movie, it's going to fit into the movie somewhere.
Yeah, it's from my understanding of it, it's more of a like a theatre thing.
Yep.
So if like or even like a book or
Yep.
literature. So if you mention a gun, like if you say they're in the bar and there was a gun sitting behind the bar on two stands.
Yeah.
You kind of have to use it later on, like that. If Chekhov's gun states that gun has to go off at some point for whatever reason, anywhere in the story later on.
Well, there was
otherwise, there's no point. Like there's no point pointing it out.
There was a lot of that in that movie where things were pointed out for no reason.
Ah,
That's what I found with it anyway. It was just a nonsensical movie.
They were just like whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you let Jack Black direct a film.
Did he direct it? Did he?
Oh, didn't he?
He was in it.
Oh,
I'm not sure. He may have directed it.
You might have done. We can look that up.
We can. Actually, I'll look that up right
Let me
now.
look that up right now. I'll just talk.
Yep.
No, I don't think he did direct it. Wasn't it some bigwig director or something like that?
I don't know. You're telling the story.
Oh, fuck. Help a brother out here.
What was it called again?
King Kong.
King
How do you
Kong.
not know what King Kong is?
I don't know. I don't watch movies, so.
No, but King Kong's it's more than a movie. Well, actually, it might have started as a movie. I don't know. I thought it was like sort of a fairy tale or something like that, like an old story.
Guess who it was directed by?
Jack Black.
No.
Oh,
Peter Jackson.
Get out. Oh, yes. No, that is true.
Oh my god, that has to be the worst movie
The guy
he's
that
ever
butchered
done.
The Hobbit.
Did he butcher The Hobbit
Oh,
as well?
I don't care about spoilers. He butchered it so bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, the first...
So we're just writing off Peter Jackson here altogether because that's the 2 movies now that he's just
Well, he
destroyed.
did Lord of the Rings as well.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that's why he did The Hobbit.
He did Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so he... I said he did Lord of the Rings as well.
No, I'm saying.
You're saying that you think he did it well.
I think he did it well.
I didn't think it was bad.
Well, I never read the books, so I had nothing to compare it to.
I haven't read them for such a long time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, when you've got that much subject matter or source material, that would make it so hard to go, what do we keep and what do we leave? Now, obviously, there's parts in the book where the hobbits are frolicking naked in a field of grass.
Yeah.
That is actually in the book. Yeah, that's kind of something something you leave out.
There's no Chekhov's gun.
No. There's Frodo's gun. Where he saw Sam, his gun stood up. It went from a handgun to a rifle. Not there's anything wrong with that. Like, if hobbits want to go that way, then that's fine. Let's just get off this topic.
They can get married now.
Not legally.
Not here.
Not legally yet.
Not in Australia.
We'll get to that. No, the first 2 Hobbit movies were pretty cool, because it had. It's hard to describe the new age style of humor that we've seen in movies. For like, okay, so like, the old style of humor would be like anything Adam Sandler and American Pie, that kind of humor. But you know how we get that really sort of sarcastic, witty, cut straight to the point kind of humor
From who?
in movies.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe what I mean. Like Ted, for example. I
Yeah.
don't think Ted was that great.
Yeah.
But that kind of really
Blunt.
modern day humor.
Yeah.
Like sort of, I'm not afraid to cross any boundaries.
Yeah,
kind
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a bit of that in as well. But they kept putting shit in it that didn't need to be there.
Right.
They made shit up.
Yeah.
Like the guy that played Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen.
Mm-hmm.
Mortensen.
Is he the Aussie?
No, that's David. Oh Christ, he was in David Wenham.
Okay. Right.
He was Faramir.
Right.
He was the one of the men, like humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that played Aragorn, they said, "Oh, do you want a part in the movie?" He's like, "No." They're like, "Why not? We'll pay lots of money." He said, "Because Aragorn wasn't in The Hobbit. He was 10 years old when it happened, and they wanted to write his character into it anyway."
Right.
Yeah. And they actually wrote his character into it at the end anyway. They had a whole bunch of like spots where characters. They had this whole side story with Gandalf going to like some place and fighting a wizard, and it never happened. And then Elrond and Galadriel just rock up for no reason and bust him out of his cage. They just turn up. And that was the opposite of Chekhov's gun. I was like, why does this need to happen?
Yeah.
It was just silly.
If something's already classic and a masterpiece, and you're marketing a movie to a book that a lot of people have probably already read, why would you piss people off like that?
I'm pretty sure the Tolkien estate, Tolkien, I've never known how to pronounce the guy's name. They actually said to Peter Jackson after the 3rd one came out, "You are the reason that no one will ever get the rights to any of our stuff ever again."
Wow.
Yep, they slammed him.
Wow.
Yeah. Because like right at the end of the film, like there's this love side plot thing between one of the dwarves and some elf chick, and I don't even know if that happened. Right at the end of the film, fucking like Legolas's dad, I forget what his name is, just rocks up out of nowhere. He's like, "What up?" And starts throwing up like gang signs and stuff. That's how elves roll, I guess. I don't know. And he's like, "Go and look for a ranger called Strider." And everyone was like, "Aragorn's 10 at this point. There's 60 or 80 years between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. There's like, I think it's 60 years. So he was like 70 or 80 when the Lord of the Rings took place. Anyway, we're getting into the nitty gritty of it. But they got slammed for that. So the Tolkien estate just went, "No.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah.
None for you." So what were we gonna what were we avoiding talk? Oh, Hobbit's getting married. Doesn't that piss you off?
What part of it?
Politicians.
Which one?
A lot of them. All of them. All of them.
Sure.
I mean, I guess on that particular topic, like, I don't really care. It doesn't concern me at all.
Yeah.
Like, it won't change my life in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
So, like, why not? Like, just stop excuses and just move on with the world. Like, you know, do you want to get into it?
Maybe.
Dancing around it.
Well, sure. I'm just trying to understand exactly what you're saying. So
gay marriage.
yes.
Well, yeah, we'll call it what it is.
Yes.
Like, I don't care about it. Like, I'm not saying I don't care, like, in an insensitive way.
Yeah.
Like, I think it should be legal, but
Yeah.
I think it's such a non-issue that it should have been legal years ago, or it should never have been not legal.
Never been not illegal. Never been not legal, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Right.
it's because the church has had such a tight stranglehold on
Right.
society for, Christ, how many years?
4th century.
Yeah, exactly.
To be precise.
Monotheistic, yeah. No, I don't understand why it's such a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to just start slagging out politicians, except Bronwyn Bishop.
Oh mate, come on.
Come on, what? I should.
No, it's fine. We consider it chop her up.
Yeah. What's that noise?
It's a dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's my. I think it's my fox terrier.
Ah,
Until I get into my studio, there's gonna be issues like this.
that thing just needs a kick.
But I mean, like that dog barking there, you would not have heard without the headphones and mic.
Pretty sure I would have. You know what? I don't know.
No, well, the other day, right, I was sitting here and there was a tap leaking in the laundry. I took off my headphones. I couldn't hear it. Put it back and I was like,
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Amplified. Yeah, the
yeah,
amplified sound.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
So yeah, no, so of course, like I'm team human, right?
Yeah.
If something isn't affecting humans, or isn't affecting the human race, or isn't hurting anyone else, do what you want.
Exactly.
And in terms of gay marriage, I haven't really thought about the subject a lot,
No.
but I think in terms of it giving them the same legal rights as everyone else, I think that's a good thing.
Well, I try to avoid looking at it like that at all. It's just these people are people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone's a human.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter race, color, creed, or
Yeah.
sexual orientation. Like, why are you singling out people? Like,
Well,
why are you not singling someone out based on their sexual orientation?
Can
Why
I
are
ask you a
singling out
question,
people?
Julian?
You just did.
Can I ask you another question?
You just did. Can you ask me 4 questions? Yes, you can.
What before gay marriage was brought into highlight, before it was brought onto the table, before it was pointed out in the spotlight, before it was something that was even on your radar, what was your view on marriage?
I don't have a particularly good one.
Okay, explain.
Well, without going into too much detail, marriage has never done anything good for my life.
Yep.
I'm a child of a very, very early divorce. I was
Yep.
about 6 months when my parents split up.
Yep.
Doesn't really bother me. I just don't see a lot of point in it. Like, some people want to get married and good for them. Like, I'm not going to say, oh no, you're silly for getting married. Like, you shouldn't do that. It's just a waste of time and money and stuff. But like, people want to do that. That's fine. I just don't have a particularly high opinion of it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
what are you doing, mate?
Hello.
I'm trying to sneak through the podcast. I'll see you.
Yeah, so, well, I have very much the same opinion of marriage, but if people want to do it, anyone should be able to do it. I mean, I don't agree that you should be able to marry a horse.
No, that's probably where you draw the line.
Yeah. You know.
Like, marry a box of cereal or something. You know what I mean?
Like the object sexuals out there, you can Google if you like. An object sexual is someone who's attracted to an object. There's a very cool documentary.
Very strange fetishes.
Yeah.
I read an article a while back on strange, like there's like full on.
No. This isn't even a fetish. This is actually people who've fallen in love with a particular object.
No
Like,
shit.
yeah, there's a woman out there who's fallen in love with the Eiffel Tower, and she goes and pleasures herself with a piece of the Eiffel Tower. And there's someone in America who's fallen in love with. I'm not even kidding. Who's fallen in love with like one of them. You'd know this, the city. I think it's San Francisco with the roller coaster, with that really big roller coaster.
Mate, there's a lot of
Well, anyway, it's irrelevant, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really interesting documentary. I don't agree with marriage to that extent.
No. So like non-humans and inanimate objects, maybe.
maybe we narrow it down more to consensual overage adults.
Yeah, definitely consenting and overage, for sure. It's kind of not something I want to. I don't like getting into it too much because, like, not that I have an opinion that's like unpopular. I just feel like it's been covered so many times.
Absolutely.
It's like everything at the moment. Like, it's one of the huge talking points, but everyone knows where everyone stands, and you know that some people are just like stuck in the 50s, homophobic bigots, and some people are just like a little bit extreme in the way they put it across, and then there's a lot of people in the middle ground that are like either for or against or don't care either way. Like, there's a lot of people that don't care.